Good evening, I'm Stefano Tonchi, I'm the editor-in-chief of W Magazine, and for this edition of Design Miami, I have organized some conversations with people that I really admire in many categories, because some are fashion designers, some are industrial designers, some are architects, some are music designers. I think design can be anything today. You will see what they think about technology, what they think about heritage, what they think about minimalism. Here we have Ron Arad. It's kind of impossible these days to avoid to sit in one of his chairs. Then Silvia Fendi. If you don't own a Fendi bag, for sure you have looked at one in a window in a magazine. And then here we have Pharrell Williams, I think a really Renaissance man that has done a little bit of everything from what I understand.
And so we used really any kind of new technology that we could find available to make things different from what they are in reality and in nature.
And I was in a very serious danger, I thought at the time, that the computer revolution is going to happen without me. Mm-hmm. But how wrong I was. The starting point of everything is drawing, holding a pencil. And I still still hold a pencil. This is my best tool, except it's a light pen, and I have a fantastic Wacom tablet.
The DNA to my music is just, I like mixing things. I think that, tribal drums with, synths that are from the 80s and new Moog lines, those wire, those really eerie sounds. I think the combination of that is much like serving a platter of food.
And we have Francisco Costa with us from Calvin Klein, and Feel Better, Live Better, Different Environment, John Posen, and Designer of the Year, Konstantin Gocic.
I think the understanding of minimalism, my whole raison d'etre is to make space in which people feel comfortable, to design rooms around people. So it's all about emotion and feeling and excitement.
When you have that precision and that shape, you have to have the most incredible fabric, and the fabric, there are standards, and you have to go to the highest standard for a fabric in order to accomplish that simplicity and that level of luxury, in a garment, on a building, on an object.
My generation, we wanted to take all the liberation that happened in the 80s and actually go back to industry. And industry, again, confronted us with constraints. And it's from these constraints and the necessity to be simple.
For the last of these talks that we had in the previous day, we talked about technology, we talked about minimalism, and tonight we are going to talk about identity and heritage.
When we were planning this session earlier today, one of the things we were speaking about, and I was trying to make parallels in the art, to the art world in which I work and that I'm more knowledgeable about. And one of the things that we were speaking about was the idea of both of you working, coming into your sort of mature careers in relation to kind of monolithic institutions.
I felt like I wanted to, in sort of understanding it, I just felt that I couldn't bring something to it that I think was about my trajectory and my experiences. The thing that I think would make it specific to me being, alive in this time now and my experiences in the world. So I felt that from the kind of ground base of modernism, I felt that there were many modernisms in the world, and that actually there was this kind of predominant reading of a singular modernism as though it was a kind of universal identity.
I mean, one thing I'm sure, I don't think that my design is French necessarily, and I don't consider it Italian either. I mean, my focus is like to do something, like I just said, something relevant because it's contemporary. Still, I guess that you can't design Saint Laurent if you don't live in Paris. I wouldn't be able to design it in New York or in Milan, you know, because there is an whole atmosphere about the colors, the language even, you know, the sound of the language affect probably unconsciously like the way that I look at the dress movie.
Great guest. I want to thank them all for being with us.